Hello YouTube, this is Riksosten here, and I'm gonna do a commentary of my second game in the Gerudo 1v1 Flash tournament. And this is me here, playing Killerfisch from Total War Rebels. And as you see, we have very similar colors and mons, so it's kinda hard to tell us apart, but hopefully my commentary is gonna help. So I have it in slow motion, so I'm gonna go through the builds here. I have one bow cav, only ammunition upgrades. That's all you need, I think. Then I have two monk cav. One of them, these guys, my killing monkeys, they have hold firm and 17 bonus versus cav. These guys don't have hold firm, but they have war cry and 17 bonus versus cav. Then in front I have two Naginata attendants, one vanilla matchlock samurai, one increased range matchlock monk, and then I have one increased range matchlock samurai here. Behind them I have three Yari Ashigaru, vanilla, all of them. Then I have one Waco Raider, and I have two Katana samurai, and then behind them as a little flanking force I have two Nodachis. Then my general and two more Naginata attendants. Then Killerfish's build, he got Yari cav, a monk cav. In front he got one matchlock Ashigaru, one matchlock monk, and one matchlock samurai, and they all have increased range. Then he got a Naginata attendant on that flank and a Naginata attendant there, two in the back. Then he got Yari Ashigaru. He got a hold firm Yari Ashigaru there, long Yari Ashigaru with inspire unit, hold firm, inspire, hold firm, inspire. So we got three with hold firm and four with inspire. Then I think he got more cav here. One Yari cav there, and that's about it, I think. And his general is a leader general, but it got a bow with increased ammo, so he opened up a bit on my monk cav here. I think he gets a kill here. Ouch. So okay, I'm gonna put it in normal game speed here. So I'm starting to open up on his matchlocks with my bow cav. I decided early on that I needed to take out his matchlocks, since I know from these kind of builds before that their big strength is their missiles. Even if their infantry is hard to break, as long as you flank, it's gonna be okay. But it's really hard to flank when you have tons of matchlocks and stuff shooting you, because it's actually them who makes the most kills in these kinds of builds. And he actually managed to shoot some of my guys here, but I managed to pull out before I took two heavy losses. And I have 12 kills already. Doesn't seem like much, but for a bow cav that's actually kind of decent, especially since he's in the woods here. I wanted to capture the workshop here, but I couldn't, since he put that unit there. So even though I rushed up quickly, it didn't help. As you see, my units are barely in there themselves. I think in the stream they said that I probably had my wake or something there, but no, it was my Naginata attendant that was hiding in the woods. So he moves up his flank here, since he doesn't want to just stand here and get shot by my bow cav. And then I get the first shots off with my matchlocks, but he get a better volley, I think, but I still get the first shots off. And this would have been very even if it wasn't for me having my bow cav here. And right now I'm shooting this Yari cav, but I will start shooting the matchlocks later. But first of all, he makes a charge. I managed to pull out, and I send my Naginata attendants and the cav unit over here. And you see it's really close to him catching me, but then he decides he needs to pull away. But he gets caught on this Yari Ashigaru unit. I think he didn't see it. Here I do a bit of a little micro fail, and he actually catches me here. And he's trying to get his cav around. But I start to pull my matchlock back, and yeah, I managed to catch him with the spears and my Waco Raiders here. And he pulls out and tries to hit this unit. But yeah, that's about it. Now I send my bow cav here to chase off his matchlocks, since they're getting tons of kills. But here it's already a little replay bug. I actually managed to catch them, and I am not that close to the Yari Ashigaru, but already here you can see a bit of trouble here with the replay. And his Yari Cav holds out longer than they did. They were actually routed by now, but there they go, I think. Yeah. So the replay is bugged, it's corrupt, and it will be very weird, at least the ending. But I'm gonna tell you how it really went, and I can also give you the link to Prussian Prince's stream, so you can watch the game when it's live commentated by Mojo Man and Prussian Prince. So my Bocav got 30 kills right now, and he's starting to move up some Naginata attendants, and I did so as well. And as you see here, this Mashhawk unit is moving really far for Killerfisch. Naginata attendants there, but I don't realize it until a bit later. Now I realize it, and I think he realizes it too. Yeah, so he starts pulling back, and I managed to catch them, but it's only a Naginata attendant unit, it's not very strong. And this unit is kind of out of place. As you see, it's facing that way instead of facing those guys. So I move him over here, but I should have dragged him out more, but I wanted to move him quickly. And my Mashhawk here actually dies and routes quicker in the replay than it actually did. And because of that, since he had clicked attack orders, you see this unit's gonna move forward, and it didn't actually do that. But I did lose the Mashhawk fight more or less, because this flank didn't go so well. But the Mashhawk monk actually survived, I think, with only a few men for later. You see, this guy, he didn't get caught here, but in the replay he does. And I killed his Mashhawk Ashigaru here, and I take my Bocav and I start to shoot this Yari Ashigaru unit since it got hold firm. And I think people would probably chosen to take out these Mashhawks, but now I decided, well, it's closer and he's not really in the woods. If I would fire through here, I would probably not get any kills. And even though this unit is kind of cheap, it's easy to kill with archers. They have low armor, and they cost quite a bit of money since they have hold firm. And since you only have, what is it, 3 or 4 hold firms, 3 I think, it's actually a very important unit for him, since hold firm is his most powerful ability, and he got only 3 of them. In most of these builds you see more hold firms. So I decided I wanted to take those guys down. And now I start moving up, since I know I've lost the Mashhawk fight. I do have a couple of units left still, but it's no point in waiting. He's just gonna get more time to shoot. Here I rush my Yari Ashigaru forward in hopes of catching his Mashhawks before they start shooting. That's why I don't put them in spear wall, because as you see, some of them gets through and starts ripping his Mashhawks apart. Even though this unit is gonna rout pretty quick, but I managed to stop them from firing. Here I did a little micro mistake, and I ran my general up before all my other units, but luckily I had managed to catch his samurai, and they didn't shoot him. Here I dismount my Naginata Cav, and he doesn't notice that, so I'm gonna have a big advantage here. I did lose the charge. That made me lose quite a few men. You see, I'm down to 37 men, even though we're dismounted. He got 43, but that will even out since my unit counts as a Naginata infantry unit now. So he doesn't get any bonus versus Cav, while I get my bonus versus Cav. And here I chased off his Mashhawks. They managed to get behind here, and I don't want to bunch my units up too much, because then I know he's gonna win in a frontal assault, so I'm gonna start running around. I want to flank him. That's the only thing you can do with these kinds of armies. You need to flank them. And my Bocav still back here. He got 170 kills already. And here I start moving my Monk Cav through. I'm not really sure how it went on this. Oh yeah, he gets to me with this Yari Cav unit, and since he got spears here, I'm gonna run. Try to just run away and get some hammers over here. Now I start running, I think. Very soon at least. I was very focused on this side. As you see, now I'm starting to send my swords in. These Waco Raiders gets really ripped up. And this is a good sword unit. But on frontal assault on a good Yari Ashigaru, it doesn't matter. They are, in my opinion, a bit overpowered, but since they are cheap, even with hold firm and other crazy abilities. Here's my monk cav, and as you see, there's not a lot of them coming through, but it's enough to put a war cry, and I needed to put up my hold firm over here, otherwise the unit wouldn't have made it. But I did a small hammer, and that's gonna be really key on this side. But in reality, this side is not gonna go as it did. This is here he did a nice move. He got my katanas with those Yari cav that was left. But since his unit's so small and mine big with a large attack, I'm still gonna beat him there. But here, I think in the replay he ends up more or less winning this. But I send my bow cav in here and I do a big hammer and damel right by the time one of his Yari Ashigaru comes in. And you see he got hold firm on these units, and that's all that holds them there. But this is the big thing that ends, or well, corrupts the replay. That this monk unit, dismounted one I used there, he actually routes. And that was the unit that won me the game later. And I will show you how it won it for me later. And these long Yari Ashigaru are insanely tough, and this is the unit that's gonna be here in the end for Killerfisch. So this unit I should probably have pulled out. I attacked the smash truck here, and I don't know where they're running, but I actually sent them straight into the long Yari Ashigaru, which wasn't very good since I lost that unit. But here in the replays end up doing like that. These Nodachis route, they actually beat this Yari Ashigaru in the battle. And here you see it's very, very close. He's routing, but he got hold firm. And my monk unit has routed. Now my swords here are about to rout. You see, now my units are starting to run through, and that means this unit was dead by now. And this unit was also dead, and I had 3 sword units or something left here, and my monk unit. And here you see he kills my general right here. And this completely screws up the replay, since my general was the last unit I had left. As you see, those units were gone. They're just standing there. This unit, I'm not sure if it was gone. I think it was gone. But most of these units, all these units were gone. They were dead. And this katana unit, he was alive, but he wasn't. No, not him. One of these katana units were alive. That was here before. He was dead. These guys were dead. He was alive. Killerfish's general was alive, and my general was alive. I had 3 units alive by this point, and he had 2. So I had my general, 1 katana samurai, and 1 Naginata, dismounted Naginata monk cav. And his general was standing here, my general was standing here. My general managed to beat out these guys. He was 10 men left. The long Yari Ashigaru started fighting my monk cav and katana samurai. Or actually I have 3 melee units. I have monk cav, 1 Nodachi, and 1 katana. Since the Nodachi and monk cav started fighting out with the long Yaris, I sent my katana to attack his general, and that katana unit chased the general off. He ran away, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna hit his long Yaris in the back instead. They started wavering, and it looked like I was gonna win. But he sent his general into the back of my monk cav units. And then my Nodachi routed, and then my katana routed. And the last unit I had in there was my general and my monk cav. I had my monk cav, and then I sent my general in and put him into stand-up fight right in the middle of the battle. And it ended with my monk cav routed first, and I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna lose this. It was really close. He had 34 men from his long Yaris left. And as you see now, it's gonna end pretty quick, pretty soon, I think. No, all his units are out here. But I sent my general in, put him into stand and fight. My monk cav routed, and then his long Yaris routed. And his general only had 5 men left, and I had 9 men left. So his general routed before they got to fight. But as you see, it's very corrupt. None of these units were actually alive by now. Well, his long Yari Ashigaru was, but they routed more or less now. But in this replay, they have over 100 men, and they really didn't have that. they were down to 35, 36 something by now, and they were losing. And now the replay ends. So yeah, this was is the replay bug. They really should fix this, since it's very annoying to commentate the bug replay. But I'm gonna give you the link to the screen so you can see how the battle really went. Yeah, you'll see it then. And I will see if I have a screenshot of the result screen. In that case, I'm gonna add it right after now. So I'll thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.